All right. Says we're live. And since the time and date was wrong, I don't expect anybody to come. But I was in the background and I wasn't allowed up, so it is what it is. So uh, this is this is the issue that I'm having with this, man. With the SBE stuff, man. I am tired of going around in circles, but around this shit, man. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't mean anything. Okay. At the end of the day, it doesn't mean anything. And to see this was going on. Now, up late, man, I just had to get some stuff off my chest. Okay. About I was just over there with the SBE thing with Marcus, man. And I knew when I went up there, it's basically it's a pissing match, man. Who needs to be right? Okay. And we get down to the T90 bit about what is and what does negotiating mean and what are the parameters that this guy need to be this or want this stuff to fall and what those guys that wanted this stuff, they're not red pill, they're blue pill or whatever. And it's like, man. And my last straw, man, was okay. We actually arguing about uh, a pickup artist in the black manosphere, right? Is he just in the black manosphere because he's black? No. Okay. I said no. Okay. He's black. I said number one qualifier has got to be a black man. Okay, that's number one. It's got to be a black man. It can't be a white man. It got to be a black man. Okay. Number two, he's got to be red pill. Pickup artists are by definition red pill. Number three, he's got to claim manosphere. Solar 80 TV 84 and a bunch of his cohorts back in 2015, 2016, 2017 were in the black manosphere. They claimed it. They were on with O'Shea. They were on with me. They were pickup artists. They were from the pickup artists uh, um, side of the ball game, from that sphere, from that collective, and they were red pill and they were black men and they're part of the black manosphere collective. Everybody in black manosphere is not all the same thing. Okay. SYSBM, uh black nationalists, believe it or not. Okay. MRAs, pickup artists, dating coaches, and a host of other people are actually in the black manosphere, right, as a collective. Everybody wants to be they have to be straight across the exact same thing. And most really what Marcus is SYSBM, right? Which is fine. SYSBM was back then a very tiny part of the black manosphere. Anybody want to come up, man, you can come up, man. I'll drop the link. I just have to get it off my chest because I clicked off, man. I went to take out the trash and get a drink of water. I clicked back on, and then he let me sit back there. So evidently, our discussion was over. And I stayed there long enough. Stayed there about maybe 15 minutes. That means, and he came in and came back, and he saw me, just wouldn't allow me up, which is fine, man. It's his channel, and I was, I was basically trying to, I'm trying to support. I'm trying to be polite. I'm trying to not talk over people. Okay. And I'm trying to make myself clear, man. When I discuss the table, well, why do you want them tell them to do something that was negative to them? I said because that's what they wanted. They won't believe me until they do it themselves. They have to run the experiment themselves, okay? And when they run the experiment, they will either accept what the women are on or reject it, okay? Because going around in circles telling them something is not doing any good. There they are. Go talk to them. I don't know why that was such a hard concept. We spent like 2 hours on that. When I answered the question the first time, and guess what? The first hour, the first minute, my answer was the same as the last minute in the 2 hour span, arguing over the same damn thing. Same thing with Pearl, okay? I said she was a tool for the black manosphere. I defined why she was a tool for the black manosphere, right? Because we have certain agendas that align with what she's talking about. She can get those things in. I said that when I first talked to him. Well, I don't think that's a tool. Well, that's your definition. Well, my tool means she has to do this, that, this, that, this, that, and so that's your definition. That's not my definition. And we go round and round in a circle because we will not accept his definition. And that's the problem. He wants to set the parameters. He wants to set the definition. If it doesn't meet up with his worldview and his parameters, then it's not valid. Okay, just say you disagree. Just say you disagree. Anyhow, I'll drop the link in case you guys want to come up, man. I'm only going to be here for a little while. I just have to get it off my chest, man. So I am actually tired of this, man. It's like, God damn. I mean, we've been going about this table shit for the last 6 months over the same 2 minutes, man, because you won't accept the fucking definition about what a table is. That's the problem. You won't accept the definition. and and we and you we and we spend around going around and around not to for you to understand what I'm saying is you want to change my mind about what I'm saying because you disagree about what I'm doing. Okay, even though that's only a small part of what I do. Well, you trying to lead these guys back into the into the matrix? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I know when they get there, when they get to the table, when they get talking to these chicks, they will say, "Okay, B just was right. Either I'm gonna accept her the way she is, or I'm gonna go back the other way." Because you're there. You don't have to talk to me. You don't have to believe what I say. You don't have to me go show you for the last 5 years all the stuff where it came from, what she is, what she did, where she broke apart, what the family structure is, feminism, all the other bullshit that she's on. And so the countless TikToks and videos and Kevin's showed videos and streams of the same shit. But thing is, but I still believe that I can. Okay, man, go try it. Okay? If you still believe it, go try it. Okay? I can't talk to you. Why you keep bringing it up? The BGS but she's right there. Okay? I said the environment was going to bring them back. That's what me and Obsidian said. Obsidian said part of the original part of the black man. So three things. I always say the three things, right? Is Obsidian said go back and forth and basically horse trade with your women. Bring them back to the table, right? Cut the benefits. You always used to say cuts. Why? Why you want to cut the benefits, Obsidian? So that women will have to come back and make a deal with their man. He's been saying that since 2015. He ain't never changed, right? But everybody ignores that. So O'Shea and Angry Man say, yeah, okay, if we can get that and we can get them back down to where white daddy is not benefiting them and they have to come back and actually deal with us to make families, okay, we'll accept that. Okay. They didn't come up with it, but they said, okay, we can rock with that. The next thing was is basically teach men about female nature, okay? That which is the red pill. Show men and teach men about female nature and make them feel that they're not alone, right? Make them feel that they're not alone. In other words, I'm not crazy. This is what the bitches are really on. This is what they really like. Blah blah blah. We get together and crowdsource and all come together and put our little shekels in and said, okay, this is what they're like. Confirm what they're like. And the next thing was actually outreach, right? To actually spread what we have learned, all the lessons we have learned out to the broader society, right? Those are the one, two, three things, right? I said that to Marcus. I said that to everybody else. They actually talked about what the black manosphere as we 2.0 as we envisioned it. What was it about? We said the exact same thing, right? But every little point, okay, the whole thing about the table. Well, I don't agree that we should have went back to the table. It should just be indifference. Even 1.0, listen to SWP. He was part of 1.0. He didn't say that shit. He wants to negotiate with him and bring him back to prove that we can build black families if we are alpha enough. He wasn't the only one. I was listening to Pink Elephant. He was saying the same shit, the exact same shit. But all of a sudden, this shit changes, right? All of a sudden, this shit changes. But nobody says anything when I talk about politics, about the environment, about economics, about structure, about history. It's always male female relationships and basically uh, these bitches, right? But the thing is, but I don't mind that. I don't mind people disagreeing, man. But do I have to explain the exact same thing over and over and over again, right? Because just because you keep saying it doesn't mean that I'm actually going to agree with your definition. And finally, I got tired. Marcus, whatever, man. Whatever your definition is, I don't want to argue about it no more. Okay? You want to define it? Go ahead and define it. Okay? Fine. If that works for you, go ahead. Go ahead, Ian. What's up, man?
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, man, there's a little bit of cognitive dissonance going on, and there's a little bit of pettiness. um, kind of couched in this. We need to gatekeep the black manosphere. We don't need nobody to be gatekeeping the black manosphere. We don't need there's nobody qualified. None of those people on that panel
Yeah,
is qualified to do that. Okay, first of all, they don't know enough, right?
yeah.
They don't know enough. And as you said, the Black Brain Trust talked about a video where they claimed you were saying that Pearl said that she's going to do something for black men and boys, and you didn't say that. I just
I
went
know.
and listened. I just
Yeah,
went and listened to that fucking
yeah,
shit, bro.
yeah.
They are complete liars, right? And see that's the danger of what Marcus doesn't understand what he's doing. He's given voice to the niggas that don't need to be heard in the black manosphere, right? Through what he's doing. These motherfuckers are complete liars. You were talking about FD Signifier and his intersectionalism,
Right.
and these motherfuckers totally just turned the whole story around, saying that you're saying Pearl was like, yo, are you guys crazy?
I don't know what they're listening. You can actually, what the thing is that irritates me? I can say it like 15 times the same way, and it always come out the way they wanted to come out.
Bro, you said in your exact words, you don't give a damn about Pearl.
Yes,
You said that like five fucking times, bro, in that fucking shit. I don't know what the fuck they hearing.
they didn't hear what they wanted to hear. That's the
It's
problem.
selective hearing at best.
Yeah, and that's what frustrated me. The thing is, I was backstage. He wouldn't let me back up. So
Oh, okay. That's why
yeah,
you were in the chat. I was wondering about that.
yeah, he wouldn't let me back up. He always saw me. He just ignored me, which is fine.
Hey, hey,
Because
boss, they out
the
here
fucked up
being
thing is
disingenuous
like
with you again, huh?
I apologize.
I'm sorry, I just had to get in. I was like, hey, boss, they out here being disingenuous with your ass again, huh?
But yeah. Well, the thing is, I don't. He's a friend, so I'm there because he's a friend, man. I know how it's going to turn out. The thing is that I don't mind you disagreeing with me, but the thing is, at least quote me accurately when I say it. Stop trying to twist my words as I'm saying it. You know, I said, repeat it back to me, Marcus. What did I say? I'm not. I'm not remedial. Okay. Well, goddamn. Well, at least acknowledge what I just said. What I just asked you. Okay. What I just said,
Or at least be man enough to say, hey, let's agree to disagree and call it a day on that issue and move forward.
and move
That's
forward.
the simple thing to do.
Yeah.
And I've seen you respect me and time again when they come at you like that. But it's when they being disingenuous is when you got to pull out the belt. And hey, boss, Todd, he ain't afraid to use the belt on males and females. He equal opportunity. I'm just letting y'all know. FYI, so be prepared.
But the thing is, I don't understand it. What is it with them in this table thing? Why is it so important to them?
Yo, bro, that's the thing too, man. And so I think I may have heard you say that getting them to the table is a goal. And listen, red pill or not, that's a goal. No matter what pill you take, getting them to the table is part of the fucking. Listen, we're human beings, bro. I don't
Yeah,
know. You can't fucking be on planet Earth and whether you red pill or not, there's still a fucking table, no matter what fucking pill you take. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah. There's always a negotiation. There's always a table, and that's the whole thing. Like the MRMs, the men's rights activists are all red pill. They negotiate all the time. It's still red pill.
They
You
don't
know.
know. They don't know enough. They don't understand enough.
That's why I set up that super chat just to say that Patrice, he's talking to men and women, and Angry Man was the one that told me that. Well, he's the one that said that to me, and I understood that. It's just he talked to men and women, which is basically being at the table. No,
Yeah, and but the thing is, the 1.0 has tons and tons of streams where men and women are actually on the same panels, right, going back and forth. Okay, uh, what's his name? SWP plays it all the time about them going back and forth with women. In fact, there were women in the in the so-called management 1.0. There was like three of them. They were actually inside of it. They talk to women all the time. It's bullshit. But all of a sudden, we just being different to women. When did that ever happen?
Well, the reality is this: if you
Mhm.
can't get them to the table, You can't declare a victory. If they never come back to the table,
Hmm.
that means we can't declare a victory if they never came back, right?
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
though we were winning, if they never came back, we can't declaratively say we won and make it a stamp in history, right? You
Yeah.
can't do that otherwise. And I don't understand how they don't understand that.
Well,
Uh, well, go ahead.
I'm sorry, BJ. They comprehend this earlier this afternoon on BJ. So I respectfully asked Sister George, uh, is the war over? Have we
And she,
won the war? And
and
she
she,
said,
they said
she
yes.
progressively said yes.
Yeah.
So with that being said,
Exactly.
they know
Exactly.
that the war is lost. So I mean, why should we give her two fast rat asses if they come back to the table or not? That's my question to you, sir.
Well, see, but you just made a good point. What I'm saying, what you say when they come and what someone's saying is they unless they come to the table, they will not admit it. The fact that they came to the table means they have to admit defeat. So what
Yeah.
I'm saying is when they come to the table and admit defeat, that means the next generation of men do not have to go through the same battles and struggles that we went through because the victory has been declared by them.
Yeah.
That is the necessity of them coming to the table.
Okay. So basically, we need to get other gentlemen on board and not worried about if they come to the table or not. Because if we won the war, we won the war. We need to stand on our square about that.
Well, what I'm saying is that again, listen, you have wars that are fought, and you have motherfuckers that continue to fight even though
Yeah.
the war is over.
Right.
So what I'm saying is the way for because they're not going to nobody's going to believe even if we win. Us just saying that we win, nobody's going to believe. Not unless they come to the table and they say it themselves
Hmm.
is everybody going to know for sure that we won, is what I'm saying. And
Yeah.
because they have declared that we won, the next generation of men can start working on the next level and the next aspect of what
Hmm.
we're looking for in the black manosphere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or or we could just skip that step and just teach the next generation without looking for recognition.
Okay.
That's
So,
not that we're not talking about recognition
oh,
here.
what do you want
Basically,
the
what you said was like
you
you're
want
looking for recognition of
you want the
like
next
we won the
generation to be
war.
in this, you want the next generation to be in the same environment that we're in? Is that what you want?
No, I mean like well, I guess like yeah, yeah, it's true because you're gonna have to like spread the message so people understand it and all that kind of shit.
And then you're going to
Like
have to start changing the laws and the policies that affect and cause this environment to come about. That's the
yeah,
next
like
step.
I obviously didn't think about it first because like the
Well,
way I explained it was just on an individual basis, and that's not really gonna help.
That's why I'm black pill. There's no individual solution for something that's systemic.
that's what
Yeah,
Okay,
the whole
exactly.
MGTOWs were talking about. Sit on our hands until the government changes.
until the government changes, what McTowers were saying exactly, and I refuse to participate until the laws and the environment changes. That's more favorable.
Hmm.
That's what they said. It's not about ignoring or being indifferent to bitches, which they are anyway, just by nature of being mixed up. But the thing is, it was never about the women. Okay,
It's about the loss.
it's about the laws. Even in the black manosphere, okay, it's about the policies first. The women are actually secondary. The women actually help enact the policies and enact the environment with your children, with your families, with even with you mating on the job. Because a lot of women are in HR. People don't think about that. Oh, these bitches, we just want a blow job, and bitches spread their legs on demand. It's not all
Yep.
about that.
About
Yeah.
access to your kids if you have a divorce and
Well,
Access
stuff.
well,
to your
yeah, well,
kids. Go
yeah,
ahead.
well, yeah. I mean, the reality is, and I think maybe Marcus is not getting it.
Yeah,
Feminism of the toxic feminism affects who the most, right? So you're talking about a general victory, right?
yeah,
Even if
yeah,
she's not specific to the manosphere, you're talking about a general victory against feminism.
yeah.
Isn't something specific to black men when we're most affected by the negatives of it?
No, it doesn't matter, does it? If you benefit, does it matter what color the person is that enacted it?
Right.
Well, like somebody in the comments was basically saying that like the problem with him is that he's a purist, right? He doesn't understand that like
No,
her
he's not. He's not a
speaking.
purist. He's on the mating and dating side of it. He's just
Oh,
getting into the other. The a purist is someone like BGS. There is a rare individuals who are actually purists, right? And so people tried to take BGS down a notch because he prognosticates certain things, which may or may not come true.
Yeah.
But as he said in the video, you need to be looking a half a mile ahead rather
Hmm.
than in the fucking rear view mirror, right?
Yeah.
You know, but that's what they're doing. They're looking through the rear view mirror on shit. You think we're moving ahead that way? No.
It's the
Yeah.
same thing with the whole Pearl thing. As long as she can do something to benefit men, why not let her?
Yeah. That's all I said.
Don't matter if she's black, white, or whoever. As long as she,
If we don't have control over it, then she's not a tool. Really?
yeah, exactly.
but this is where you have where guys don't understand what power is. You can use her. She is a tool.
Yes. Yeah.
So use her.
She was just using one of my talking points, one of my one of me and Gigi's talking points, talking about feminism and marriage, right? How it went down in the at the because the industrialism at the end of the 18th century, at the 18th century. She actually talked about that, right? And she used that in her latest video. As a matter of fact, okay, when she was on a panel, she actually used exactly what I said. Kind of messed it up a little bit. But she actually used one of my points. Okay, that's the issue. We're trying to get our points and our talking points and our message through her. That's the tool.
She's just a mouthpiece.
She's just a
That's all
mouthpiece.
she is.
Yeah.
You know what the
Yo,
funny thing is like I'm in Canada, as you know, and like I've had a dude that I worked with that's in his late 50s, and like
Mm-hmm.
he played a video of Pearl, and I was surprised that he even knew who the fuck she was.
Mm-hmm.
I,
Yeah. Yeah.
I just had to smile and didn't say anything.
Yeah. Yeah. But the thing is, he would not play a video of mine, you know, or Angry Man's
Exactly.
or Dr. T's, but he will play a video of hers because she speaks to them. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. So she's spreading our message through her to them. That's the whole.
gentlemen,
Yeah. Go ahead. That's the point.
she's our Trojan horse.
She's a
This,
Trojan horse, literally. Yeah.
we're gonna use it for what it's worth.
Yeah.
No doubt, no doubt. I mean, that's the reality is that the fact that listen. The point is, if all of our if she's blowing up based off of our information,
Hmm.
how is that not a fucking win for us? You know what I'm saying? Because
Because
she,
because we
I
didn't
mean,
get
go
the
ahead.
credit. Because we didn't get the credit. But go ahead.
But we're not looking. We're not. But see, that's what I'm saying. You're not a purist if you're looking for fucking credit.
Yeah.
We're looking for outcomes.
I'm trying to understand what the hell they're talking about, man. Because really, I got tired of going around in circles about the definition of negotiation, the definition of the table. What kind of man would that go to the table?
Oh Jesus.
Like, God damn, man. Okay, man. What do you want? Okay.
they
I
don't know
think
what they want.
Yeah. I don't. BJ, I won't accept your explanation. I'm gonna actually try to chop it down to the point where you can't. It's not recognizable anymore. Okay. That's what they're trying to do. Okay, Marcus. What do you want, man? Why you keep doing this? It doesn't matter. And well, then Pearl. You said Pearl was a tool. Okay, Marcus. Okay. What about it? Okay.
I think
That's one statement. That's one statement out of how many millions of statements you just gonna hang. You just hang everything on that one fucking statement.
Yeah. Not just one word. Okay. Not one statement. One word.
One word.
One word. What is a tool? What is the definition of is? Okay.
A fork is a tool, whether it's plastic, it's made out of metal, stainless steel, gold, whatever. It has a function. It feeds you.
Yeah, but you can't cut your steak with a fork. You need a knife, right?
Yeah.
And you can't hold your steak with a knife. You need a fork. You need two tools. One tool cannot do 100%. Well, if she can't get everything through, then she's not a tool. Oh, I said okay. Oh gosh.
Well, you know that's a good point because the image I get is that basically, so if we do what we do, because I think Charles was talking about that.
Mhm.
If she's doing 80%, right,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
not specific to black, and we take care of the 20, right,
yeah,
because we're doing 100%.
right.
Understandably, she basically becomes a barrier for when we go to war.
Yeah.
These people that we're going to war with can't retreat. She's basically cut off all the fucking roads of retreat for them, so
Hmm.
then we can actually win. And I don't understand. You guys read the 40 law. You guys claim to know all this masculine shit, but you don't understand war and strategy. She basically has become a stopgap for any retreat as we just go scorched earth with our shit.
Hmm. Yeah. The thing is, as long as it works for us, what is it? Why do they keep nitpicking it? It's got to be this dude or that dude or this chick with these words or these talking points. The thing is, do you want to actually have change or not? Good grief.
Boss, boss, in their eyes, she's just not it. You understand? So that's why they're putting up the fight. Not anything else that you're saying. Everything you're saying is logical, practical, and it's functional. We all understand it, the thinking. But for them, they can't get beyond that. They keep reverting to the fact that, and they won't say it. This is why they're doing everything, but not. It's her. It's her. Anybody but her. Why does it have to be the tall, redhead, flatboard chested white girl doing it? Don't worry
Right.
about it.
But you know why? You know why it is?
Why?
Because a lot of these guys are still hung up on, as BJ said, the mating and dating aspect. And
Yeah.
and so Pearl doesn't fit the mold of a female that's worth putting the time and effort and investment in. Because they still, as the brother said, they're trying to get recognition, still trying. Then themselves, you guys, they claim not to be SBE, but as even as Marcus once tried to basically argue Dennis
Sperling.
Sperling out of the
Uh,
fucking manosphere over this fucking alpha shit, bro. That whole alpha shit is SBE, nigga. You just doing it in a whole nother fucking way, and
yeah.
you don't understand that what you're doing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And at this point, man, I'm just tired. Okay. It's like, okay. I'm just tired, man. I don't want to argue about this shit anymore. If you're right, God bless you. Okay. If it turns out that you're right, God bless you. I'm just tired. Go over
The
there.
Congratulations. I go.
Congratulations. Yeah. Jesus
the
Christ, man.
funny thing about this whole thing is like the conclusion of everything, like that entire stream of, and everything he was saying, he ended
Mhm.
up agreeing with you.
He did.
At the end of the stream, he agreed with you. So I'm just like, what was this all about?
What did he agree on? Because he fought me tooth and nail while I was up there, man. I mean, tooth and nail about
But when
everything.
you weren't on the stream, he agreed with you. Like I believe it was like something about, yeah, we're trying to get them back to the table or whatever he agreed with, but it was something that he was arguing the whole time. I can't remember the exact point.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. That's why I had a headache, man. Okay, dude, you just going round and round and round and round and round, okay? You keep changing every time I say it, you change it back to the way it was, okay? Well, what about negotiations? It doesn't matter about negotiation. The thing is, do they get the message? That's the whole thing. That's the whole point of the exercise. Well, that's insanity. It doesn't matter whether it's insanity or not. They want to do it. Let them do it. Let them do it and find out. Okay. When they find out, they come back the other direction. Okay. Get it over with. But you encourage them to do it. I said, no, I'm not. I'm not. I said, go this way if you want to do it the right way. But no, I still want to try it, BGS. Go ahead, man. Go for it, man. Go try it. Okay. Because I could tell we get tired of these dudes, man, and these chicks, man.
Yeah.
Running over there. Why you over there with the women, man? Well, I want to hear what she got to say.
It's like, okay. Yeah, all right.
Okay. Well, every suggestion we get from a
Yeah,
female
bring
comes
it
from
up.
a guy, man. Like, hey, man, you hear about Pink Book? What about her, man? Well, she's saying some real shit. Okay. Well, how about Crimson Cure? Okay, what she said, man. Well, she's saying some real shit. Shay Sade, she's saying some real shit. Okay, man, we said the same thing. What's the difference? Well, a woman said it. Okay, man. All right.
They're looking for female validation.
They're looking for female validation.
That's all it is.
That's
Like
all it
I
is.
could care less what a lot of these females say. I tell guys be wary about them because it looks like most of them are just trying to get some money out your ass.
Yeah.
So
Well,
just
I
be
mean,
wary.
that is, and see, that's the thing. Why the fuck are you so focused on Pearl? All of them are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
None of them can be completely trusted. None
Yeah.
of them, because they're females. If you're gonna go really be black pill, none of them can be fucking trusted. Why are you hung up on Pearl? Because she's a fucking white girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they're using the women's anger that Pearl got big and they still at the bottom.
You,
And they want to blame the black manosphere because she
yeah.
was on like a couple of black people's shows.
Well, there weren't even black manosphere. The shows that she was actually on until Obsidian.
To Obsidian.
Obsidian was the first one, and
Yeah.
he didn't even know who she was until they actually said something. Well, who is she?
Yeah,
It's like
because she
That's
started
madness.
with she first started with well, I guess
Well, she started by
besides Kevin daughter from the Shark.
she started. Kevin had her on briefly because she wanted to ask a question, right?
Yeah,
That's the only time he ever had her on, right? She started doing his because she actually initially disagreed with him, right? Started doing his content, and then she got popular enough to actually attract the attention of Donovan Sharp, and then Fresh and Fit, and then she went to London. That's when she blew up. We had nothing to do with her
nope.
until O'Shea and George and
Yeah,
his name Amawale said, "Oh, she leads the Black Manosphere." Okay, well, y'all claimed her. No, we never claimed her. We actually said we didn't. Okay, but nobody hears that because they want it to be true.
He called her the woman king.
He called
And
it the
yeah,
shit.
Woman
Woman
King.
King. Yeah,
Yeah,
Fucking dumb shit.
yeah.
yeah.
And
He's not.
these
He's
guys
gone.
run with that shit. Yeah, and these guys run with that shit. Like we said it. No, we didn't.
And so, BJS, what really what you were trying to say, and what I was trying to say is the black manosphere should be stronger to where we not reacting to shit. That was the real message that these fucking retards don't get. Stop reacting to shit. Period.
I don't think they like the. I don't think they like the Black Manosphere as the construct. I really don't know what they really want out of the Black Manosphere. I really don't. Yeah. Because you got the SBE people that talked about getting married and being back in the matrix and all this kind of shit, man. Same people that talk about SBE. Talk about
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
They're ciphers. They
They
want
just,
to.
but some of them
yeah,
say, well, you should get with white women instead, though. Okay. It's like, okay, that's your solution. Okay. That's why I don't get it, man. That's why I don't get it. I'm
that's
just
what I
simply
said earlier in that stream. That's what I said. It's like a lot of these dudes. It's just like that claim to be red pill and shit. Like it doesn't matter whose channel it is, including your channel. It's
yeah.
like they want a better version of the blue pill. It's what they want.
That's what it sounds like. You know, that's what it
That's what
sounds.
it sounds like to me as well. Like they just want a better version of the blue pill, where Keisha doesn't treat them badly and she's nice to them, and occasionally she might make them a sandwich and give them some play.
Yo,
Like I don't know.
yo,
I don't fucking know what they want.
that whole language that they were using, Marcus and everyone, they were saying that you were hanging the fucking black manosphere on her, right?
I was
You were hanging the fate of the whole black manosphere on
on
Oh,
Pearl.
Pearl.
on Pearl.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh,
God.
okay. That's why he wouldn't let me back up because I told him that was bullshit. You know.
Well, I even had to super chat on that because like he was saying that you said it was necessary or something along those lines to have that conversation about coming back to the table. But then he said that you're trying to convince them or whatever to fucking act better or whatever you said,
To,
but I'm
to,
just
to
like,
to convince women to be better by I don't get it. Okay.
I'm like
Man,
the two things aren't the same, right?
they're not. That's what you believe that you can actually save these souls by coming back to the table. I never said that. Okay. I
Right.
explained
My
that's
understanding
what I
about
meant.
my understanding about negotiating is that both sides aren't going to be happy.
Yeah, right. They're not.
If you could
Hey,
come to that,
If
if
you
you
come
could
to
come to that,
if you could come to an agreement, okay.
exactly.
hey,
But
there
we
was
already know it's not gonna happen.
No.
there were some great philosophers back in the day. They made a song that says, "Don't save them; they don't want to be saved."
Project Pat, yeah.
Yeah,
You love that philosopher, don't you?
hell yeah, I live by that day one. Let that bitch drown. Shit.
Now he's playing a video of something that I said. I asked him to play it back then. He wouldn't play it in front of me, but it's okay.
Wow.
I hope you make $1 million off of it, man, because I'm tired, man. That's like I'm done with arguing about it. You know, if you guys,
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. If first of all, we have to decide what the goals and the aims of the black manosphere are, right?
hmm
And
yeah,
and the thing is, if Pearl hasn't interfered with that, what is the point of making her a focus?
right. I don't. I, it's because that's the way to actually take the content creators actually in the sphere down a peg by
Hmm.
throwing them at us. Like O'Shea did that, trying to break it up to they actually remake it in their image. They're actually siding with the women. Because women came
Like,
up with women actually agree with it. You guys all agree with the women, you know,
Mhm.
that Pearl is using this fear. Who gives a shit? Okay, if she's gonna carry, if a bird's gonna pick up and carry your seeds to another land, okay, who gives a shit? She's carrying the seed. Let her carry it.
exactly.
Okay, if she's gonna shit half of them out, it's gonna actually grow a tree. So what? Let them eat. Let them eat the fruit. Let them carry the seed. Who cares?
And they'll grow a tree somewhere else.
Yes.
Because the funny thing is, well, not that part of it, but like, I actually like that Marcus dude because I seen him, I listened to him a couple times on like GG's like short bus
Yeah.
Saturday shit,
Yeah.
like, across different panels and shit. And it's like, and that other dude, like the truth is I know a guy sounds like one of those like pull yourself up by your
No, but
bootstraps.
those but
Dudes
those
that, like,
those guys those guys are complete liars. The brain trust motherfuckers. They're complete liars. That they,
well,
they don't deserve. Listen, I just went the things that they said that BGS said. I went and listened to. Right,
Yeah.
he put the shit in the back chat. I went and listened to it. You can't get no respect in the black manosphere if you're gonna make complete lies off of BGS. You
well,
don't get you don't get no pass for that. No respect. You need to be kicked
well,
out of the fucking manosphere.
like the point
That's
that I
some
was
that's
trying to
some that's
make.
some that's some bitch shit. That's some real bitch shit that cannot be tolerated.
Well, the point that I was trying to make was like that other dude, like from what I've seen, listened to so far from him,
Yeah.
was that he's one of those like pull yourself up by your bootstraps type niggas, right? Where
Yeah.
it's just like, why are we always talking about bitches? We should be talking about skills and resources. And the funny thing is, I was listening to a stream yesterday
hmm
by it was one of like somebody that Dr. Thunderfucks with, which I
Yeah.
found from you,
Yeah.
and like the guy was talking about like what would most benefit like people from the States or just people from the like African diaspora in
hmm
general, where they would like the best place for them to go and shit like that,
hmm
which sounds like skills and resources to me, right?
Yeah.
But dudes are coming in to argue, and you were talking about this like fucking 6 months ago, and they're talking about it now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the thing is, half the stuff they talk about, they get from this space anyway, and it's just regurgitated. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't mind people disagreeing with me. The thing is, do I have to say the same thing like 50 times? Okay, the exact same thing for you to actually understand it. That's my problem with him. 50 times, same shit. Well, what does negotiation mean? You define it, man. What's negotiating to you? Okay. No, man. What's your definition, dude? You get stuck on that word. Why?
Yeah, he was trying to be very literal for some reason. I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, like what's the definition of a tool? Okay. God damn. Okay. What's the definition of
Yeah.
respectable? Okay. Well, I don't think that's respectable. Okay. That's your definition. Okay. You asked me what mine was. Well, I disagree. Okay, man. Fine. Okay. You're going to
Yeah,
disagree with
like I,
everything.
I gotta agree that argument was pretty goofy, talking about like, like a respectable man wouldn't do that. But that's why I was just like, well, a dude that can't get any pussy, like he's probably not very respectable in the first place.
But
So
but the thing is, we have dudes that have been married, want to be married again, have girlfriends, but they want their girlfriends in a certain way. They wouldn't mind the economy take a step back or two, and they've said it. Make it. I don't care if people are on the streets. Make them bitches crawl. Okay, and I've heard them say it
Hmm.
more than a few times. MGTOWs have said it well more than a few times. Man, they were like the end of the world kind of shit. And I said, wait a minute, y'all, that's too far. That's a little too far. I'm not ready for that one. Okay.
Hell, didn't they say? Didn't you say that one guy said the only way to get these bitches back in line is to destroy all technology?
Um, one guy said it, but the guy that actually came up with the black pill, he didn't say that. He said it's a trade off. If you want the paradigm to change, you have to change the whole environment. That's what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
So you,
Yeah.
you mean to tell me you trying to get these bras to go cold junkie away from social media? Oh, that was funny.
The thing is, they think there's going to be instant change. There's not. Okay, it doesn't work that way. It took you 50 years to get into this. It's going to take you 50 years to get out of it. It's going to be slow. Oh, they're not sucking our dick already, dude. It just started to happen. What do you expect? I just want it right now. It doesn't happen that way. It's slow. Well, the laws ain't changed yet. Damn, it took 200 years to change the laws in the first place. It's gonna change in like 2 years. It don't work that way. Come on, man.
Yeah, and and the thing was what I really didn't like is Marcus saying that you were hanging everything off a pearl, and that's you never said anything like that. What I have heard you say is you were hanging everything on the PhDs to some degree because they have access to
Yes,
those
to,
important
to, to
spaces.
important spaces. That's why they're here. So, in other words, as far as changing laws and getting to access to changing policies, all right, they're critical. Okay, they're critical to doing it. Critical to that mission because the people that actually change laws and policies don't listen to regular folks. So they just don't. You've been in those spaces, Ian. You know that's true.
Yes, of
There's
course.
people they listen to. And if you come in with a PhD, you get a certain amount of respect. Okay, you've been to Harvard, you get a lot of respect. The thing is, those are the people that they listen to. You have to have those people. You just can't get around that. Okay, you want to change the law, you got to get a congressman. We got to get a lawyer, a congressman, and all the other kind of people that actually carry your message to the Congress. You can't go in there yourself. You got to convince him. How do you convince him to actually carry your message? Got to convince him.
That's too big of an idea for them. No, I mean, no, seriously, because and I said this like about over a year ago, man. And this is why guys like myself and guys on a higher level just this is why they don't come out because like they cannot see the big picture or they refuse or they're manipulating or lying. So it's either or, and it's like, do you want to win or not? Do you want to do the work or not? Do you want to study or not? I mean, you're not. I mean, for some reason, they think you're supposed to, agree with every little point, which is ridiculous. You
Hmm.
can have disagreements. I
Right.
mean, respectfully, but if you're gonna have some like big disagreements, when things are on the line and you're on the same team, y'all do the fighting behind closed door. I said this like over a year ago.
Right.
That's how you do it.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
don't do it publicly to make it easy for people to poke holes in the movement. It doesn't make it. I mean, again, they don't see the big picture, or they don't care.
What what congressman associated with the black manosphere said, why would they? Why is that important? Did you get your agenda there or not? Well, I want to know. I said, well, if they're willing to tell you, let them tell you. The thing is, I don't know who it is.
But
Ask Dr. T.
again, and at that level,
Yeah.
people are again, like I said, this is why guys like myself and guys on a higher level is extremely rare to come out
Yeah.
in these space for this reason.
Yeah.
So why would they put their name? Again, because the higher up you go, one is about being discreet
Yes.
because it's a long-term game. You're playing chess. And you know, and three, you just don't throw your name out there like that because it's called having credibility.
Yeah.
But again, they're not in those types of spaces, and they're speculating from the outside, thinking that they know how it works.
Yeah.
Maybe because they heard something or they supposedly know somebody. It's like, dude, no, that's not how it works. But then when you try to tell them, then now you're supposed to being condescending and you're whatever, and it's like, no, I'm just telling you exactly how it is. That's it. Like I don't what do you like? What is wrong with you? But then you gotta look
And
at where they're from, and it's unfortunate. It's like, and this is why I say that's why I always say with BJs and even with the PhDs, I'm like, I just think, and again, respectfully,
Mm-hmm.
baseline of books. I'm serious because it's like whenever people want to, take things backwards, like no, that go back to that reference over there. That's a reference. We're over
Yeah.
here. We've already moved on.
Yeah.
And until you do the work, then there's nothing to discuss here because you're just keeping us behind.
Yeah. Yeah. They keep pulling us back. Like
I
it's got
find
to
it
be
funny.
pure. You got to go back to indifference. You got to go back to what 1.0, like almost 20 years ago. No, it's advanced. Okay.
I
Yeah.
find it
But
funny.
BGS.
but my thing is that even if they can't see the big picture, they
Mhm.
can't see the little picture either. I mean because he's at the water. Well, what does he do? What is listen, motherfucker. You're on the fucking YouTube.
Yeah.
You're trying to affect the algorithm,
Yes.
right? And
Yeah.
so essentially, what she has done, she has made an international fucking algorithm. So
Yes.
so 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 what that means when a PhD goes into the fucking room and
Hmm.
he says certain things,
Right.
he doesn't sound like a fucking alien. You know why? Because
Yeah.
the algorithm has already reached the fucking other people.
Yeah. Yeah. And the masses have already started to move. That they want
Well,
this. Yeah. So by the time he gets there, I have the answer for it. Yeah.
What as far as at least for me,
Hmm.
if Kevin Samuels wasn't enough evidence,
Yeah.
there's nothing to talk about, in my opinion, because
Bro,
he
look at
he
look
was
at look
Hold
damn
at
on. Hold
Ebony
on.
K.
Yeah. Hold on. Hold on. Let him finish. Ian, go ahead.
Kevin was damn near he was pretty much a household name.
Still is.
I mean, exactly. So you would be in denial to say that this stuff that is it's not getting out. Like you would literally have to be in denial, or you just got low IQ, or you're lying.
Yeah. The thing is, they never liked Kevin and never liked what he was
and,
about.
and
Problem.
Nah.
again, that's okay. I understand because Kevin was, coming from, higher socioeconomic,
Yeah.
background. That's fine. But at the end of the day, you can't say the base of what he was talking about that you weren't on code with that
Yeah.
because you were. Okay, so what if you don't like suits? Are you serious? Are you kidding me?
And you see all those guys lining up in suits now on TikTok
Yes.
and yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I understand what it is because I've gone through this my whole life. So it
Mhm.
doesn't. So personally, it doesn't bother me. But the big picture is, this is stupid. Like y'all really don't get it. Let certain people go into spaces that
Yeah.
you or I can't go into with the same message, but they're presentable and they're speaking in the language that's acceptable in those spaces. That's
Yeah.
how it
That's how
works.
it works. Yeah. It's
can
called
I say something
lobbyists.
quick
Go
after
ahead.
Sal, please, man?
Go ahead.
I basically
I
just
go
want to
after
say
you.
that I thought it was pretty funny that he was pressing you for sources. And well, first of all, he was asking like, what has the Black Manosphere done to affect real change in the real world, right? And then
Hmm.
he's pressing you for sources, and then it's like, if you were to give him your sources, even though you told him it was a senator,
Yeah.
like, why do you think they don't want to be involved? Because the niggas doing shit like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah. Does it matter who he is? It matter what he does.
Exactly.
Then find
Exactly.
out if it actually passes or not.
Didn't Dr. T's book it was just released like what, a month ago?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, about
I got it sitting on my table over here, but nobody's doing anything though. Are you serious?
And not only that, it's like not only just a senator, it would be like you're making problems for Dr. T as well.
Yeah.
So, like, you're causing a lot of damage for what? For clout?
You but again, that's what I'm saying. They don't understand. Like you can't just bully your way. You can't bully your way into power unless you have more power.
Well,
Which
unless you got the big stick. Yeah.
exactly it does the space have no. So you have to be very strategic.
Yes.
Like I mean,
Well,
I don't.
look at
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
not
well,
hard.
look at Ebony. Look at what happened with Ebony K.
Yeah.
Ebony K is a major contributor for the griot, right?
Yeah.
And so basically, the griot is one of the feminist,
The stronghold.
intersectionalist
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
stronghold.
Yeah.
She
It is.
basically flipped these motherfuckers. Then not only that, she went on the fucking Breakfast Club and flipped those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
This is the black manosphere at work.
Yeah.
And then are you going to say because she's a black woman she's a tool? Is she a tool or not? It's not. She's the same kind of fucking tool that Pearl is. And if you can't understand Ebony K is a tool,
Yeah.
then of course and then I don't know I don't know what to fucking
Yeah.
tell you.
In other
I
words,
try to.
if she's gonna be there and give talking points, feed her the talking points. Hey, here, bitch, earn some more money. Here's some more. Okay, go ahead and speak. But
BGS, I try to explain that whole part of the tool, and I'm saying if they're saying the propaganda, meaning talking points, and it's
yeah,
getting out to the world, my thing is if white guys think that that's their issue, it still benefits us.
yes,
It doesn't have to be totally directed solely towards black men, but I got his argument. He's just saying solely for black men. But this nigga, truth is, I know it, bro.
hmm
He mixed up what you said
yep,
about FD signifier with
He
fucking
lied.
Pearly.
He lied,
He
bro.
straight up lied.
Complete
Like
lie.
I said, yo, you just trying to get views on your video at this point. Like, like you sat down and said that, and you said FD signifier
hmm
isn't benefiting any boys with intersectionality. They had an argument over how you worded Pearly acting like she's helping black boys or men or some shit. And you paused before you said it, and you were like, she's acting like she's helping, meaning like she hiring black people and shit, or she care about when black people are entertainment. We know black people are entertainment,
right,
and they made an argument over you saying her acting like, and that's their whole conversation turned into what the one word that you said that
okay,
wasn't even really part of the subject. It was a question that came up in your chat that
yeah,
came on your screen.
yeah,
It had
BGS,
nothing to even do
you're
with the fucking subject of FD when you answered that question.
yo BGS is a fucking
Reach.
enigma that everybody's trying to fucking figure out. That's
The last boss.
Yeah.
the thing you know what I'm about, Ian, because you do the
Yeah.
same shit. So
of course.
yeah, so
Now
go ahead.
the table conversation. It's like I'm trying to say like there's different people that think different things, and what y'all
Yes,
said when I came in,
yes, yeah,
people are willing to have this shit burned so women are washing clothes with their fucking hands so they don't have time to think about feminism. You can think about feminism as you wash them fucking clothes with your hand and go to the lake, and then you have women back to being women of
the
older days and shit. You
the
get
way
what
that
I'm saying?
the way that you want them to be. Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
are you willing to live like that? I've said that many
yeah.
times.
That's the
That's the
thing.
trade off.
Yeah,
That's the trade off.
Exactly.
That's the trade off. That's what the guy said in the note about the black pill. That's the trade off. Do you want the trade off?
Yes.
yeah. And so when we look at it, it comes down to just like the news clip from MSNBC. They're trying to come up with ways to make guys pay into the system longer and
Hmm.
participate in the system.
Yeah,
They're talking about how can we fix healthcare to get guys to go to the hospital so they can pay into the system. How can we get these people to get married and have kids?
yeah,
And like I said, in my view, most people are on the edge of being red pill, meaning they're just wait. Two law changes can change everything.
hmm
In Florida, they alimony is not the same anymore.
no,
That incentivizes guys with money to say, hey, I can get married because it's going to incentivize my rich ass already to get married if I don't have to give her as much money for so
yeah,
long.
yeah,
So that's
Can you put that
everything's
in the back
incremental.
chat? Can you put that? You said the MSM. Can you put that in the back chat? You said
I have to look for it. It's a good. I think I sent it to BGS. I know I sent it to Tijan because basically they talked about us like it was about us as men, but all it was about was making guys work longer so women have social security
Yeah,
because they get paid shorter,
Of
they get
course,
paid less. It was some
of
bullshit.
course.
yeah,
It's on
find
the
that
it's on
shit,
I gotta
it's
man.
find it.
yeah.
it's on the
Go ahead.
front.
Talk to you.
It's on the front end economically. It's on the front end.
Hmm.
Then
Yeah,
it's in your prime, and then it's in the end. Like this is why and this is why I
find
was
it.
saying the other night when you understand the finance,
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
at least for me, it's so clear.
Follow the money.
Yeah, it's so clear. It doesn't matter what anybody says. I just know I know where the bodies are.
Yeah,
I know where the policies are.
yeah,
I
yeah.
know the
Th-
tax code to read.
this is the next thing that's going to come up on the radar, man. I'm letting you guys know. This is right after the boys and men. This is the next step, right? Okay, by Brookings Institute, right? Two parent privilege, right? They're trying to bring back together the two parent household, but through policy. Okay, this is the first step by Melissa S. Kearney. Okay, this is what's going to happen. This is the next step behind Reeves and Galloway and Chetty. It's the
Mm.
next step. So just keep looking for it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
which makes sense because I mean I said this. Well, I mean I'm not on Facebook. I said this something like 10 years ago. I said if they were serious, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, if the women they have equality, well, they have supremacy, you know, legally. But I said if they really wanted to, you know, things to be equal,
Yeah.
legally we would split it down the middle. It
Yeah.
would be, I mean, initially and then individually, you look at obviously if someone is abusive or drunk, all that other stuff, that's different. But
Mm-hmm.
initially 50-50 custody,
Yeah.
we gonna look at we're gonna look if the woman is getting any money.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I need to, if I can activate my Facebook, I could put it up and get get these debit cards because it's programmable.
Yeah.
They can't go to no freaking Nordstrom. They can't go buy cars. You can't. No, it's strictly at places or strictly for baby food and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's real simple. It's
It,
not
it, it,
hard.
it's programmed in. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Sorry.
not
It's
hard.
not hard. No. They can do
And
it. If they want to.
and of course, and I don't know why these guys thinking that stuff is supposed to like black guys are supposed to be the face of the no. Who remember they complain that the white man owns all the institutions, right? Fine,
Mm-hmm.
which is true, but
Mm-hmm.
also they have the numbers. But if things are changing and things are going to trickle down, are you preparing or are you prepared? End of story.
Mm-hmm.
So when shit does switch over, you're in position and or you know you're if you have you know children or grandchildren that you have positioned them to be in you know to thrive.
Mm-hmm.
That should be in my opinion, that should be the conversation. I've done that with my nephews. I'm like, you guys screw up, that's
Mm-hmm.
on you. 19, 18 years old. I
Yeah.
gave them the sources. 19, 18. Actually, they were 18, 17 when I gave it to them.
Uh-huh.
So I've done my job.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Well, the thing is, you're trying to give people warnings and information so they can actually take advantage of it. So when it comes up, you know what it is. Instead of trying to figure it out.
So
Exactly.
you found it. You
Yeah.
found it.
No. Who's Leon found it? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Y'all want?
found it. I found
Okay,
it.
cool.
So
Y'all want to hear it or what? Or
th- it,
no.
I hate the video.
Yeah. How long is it?
About 10 minutes.
Yeah. Let's do. You can do some
It,
of it.
Okay.
it's a
Well, go
cringe
ahead.
because they make it seem like we're important in one moment, then they just switch it to women and why we're important to these fucking old ass women sitting
It
down on their ass comfortably.
is because the system will break if you don't do it.
Yeah.
So, and then women live longer, so it's part of the system. So how do you get men to actually live longer and actually put more into the system and actually work longer? Really?
Yeah.
So what?
Oh,
Whoever.
before you started, can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
if they can't fix the medical system, do they
Uh-huh.
understand that guys aren't going to spend 400,000 just to live 5 more years when they can just give their kids 400,000? Like, I'm not going to be in a hospital trying to live longer at that expenditure to it's bullshit.
Well, yeah, they won't. Most guys. Well, some guys will because they want to live every year they can.
Yeah.
Some guys will because they actually socialize to. Some guys will say, "Fuck it, no, I'm not going." What's the prognosis? Am I actually going to live
Yeah.
longer than 5 years? No, fuck it. It's just
Mine
that.
is just simple math. If it's going to cost me this much money,
Yeah,
now I give that to my son, put me in a box. I'm out.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I would say the same thing. It's not worth it. Not for
Yeah.
5 years.
Get it
I
over
say
with quick.
cremate.
And your quality of life is going to go downhill anyway. So, yeah. All right, I'm going to go ahead and play it.
American women lived on
Can y'all hear
average
this?
79
Can
years.
y'all hear this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
However, life expectancy for American men was only about 73 years.
This isn't just true of the US. Women outlive men in 37 other comparable countries.
As long as records have been kept, and in all countries, women have lived longer than men. Across basically almost every major cause of death, men are more likely to die than women
They
are.
work
The
harder.
United States has the highest rate of avoidable deaths
Bingo.
among men, or deaths before the age of 75, than any comparable country. For every 100,000 men in the US, 337 die of avoidable causes. That's over 100 more men than in the UK, the country with the second highest rate, and more than double the number of Swiss men who die prematurely.
It's not that old women outlive old men. It's that men tend to be outlived by women in just about every age cohort. Demography really is destiny. If you change the shape of people, you change the shape of everything.
The US and countries around the world are undergoing rapid population aging.
White
This
people.
can have serious implications for society as a whole.
Because women can expect to live longer, but they've had lower earnings, they've had patchier careers, but they still have to support a longer retirement because they live longer. And so it's a particular challenge for women.
Not our
So why do
problem.
men die before women? And what can we do about it?
You see?
And theirs has been on decline.
Yeah.
For the past few years. I hope they mention that.
So when you hear
They
that
do
the
not.
life expectancy in
The what?
2021 was 76.1 years, it means that on average, people who died in 2021 died at the age of 76 years. Well, the size of this life expectancy gap between men and women differs across places. Women always live longer, and this is due to a combination of biological, social, and behavioral factors.
There's some evidence that biological differences between men and women can contribute to the life expectancy gap, but biology is not the only explanation.
Understanding the role of particular sex-linked genes, exposure to hormone profiles that differ between males and females, but also differences in factors related to health behaviors, such as smoking, engaging in risky behaviors.
And work.
You see this particularly at younger ages. Men tend to be more likely to die from things like accidents, suggesting that there are some behavioral things, the sort of stereotypical stories, guys riding their motorcycles around, and that women are less likely to do things like that, and that's part of why they live longer.
Men are also less likely to seek out mental health treatment than women. Suicide is one of the leading causes of death among men, and they are 4 times more likely to die due to suicide than women.
That men are just socialized to live riskier lives. They don't go to the doctor. When they do go to the doctor, they don't listen to the doctor's advice. When they're prescribed medication, they don't finish their medication. So there's a whole area of men's health that relates to things like watching, monitoring, doing the things that women are more likely to do, which is one of the reasons that they live longer, that men have not been socialized to do to the same extent.
Data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics finds that men are more likely to die due to work-related
Yep,
incidents.
there you go.
And this is because men are more likely to work in the most dangerous jobs in the country. So industries like logging, fishing and hunting, construction and mining.
The numbers
Terraforming the environment?
Yes.
African American men are tremendously disadvantaged in terms of the likelihood that they will live long, healthy lives. That this is due to social factors, so exposure to subpar medical care, racial discrimination in everyday life, major episodes of discrimination, exposure, and the stress that causes.
There's also a disparity in mortality rates among transgender people.
Oh, good
People who
Lord.
are on the trans, feminine to non-binary spectrum are at the greatest risk of mortality
Yeah,
compared to
Miss Wilson died.
non-trans men and women. Experts suspect this gap is a result of both biological and social factors, but they say that more research is needed to fully understand the causes behind the disparity.
Miss Suicide.
You know, it's funny when I give
Exactly, and the
public presentations
medications that
on
they're
suicide,
on.
men are much more likely to die in a car accident. You know, everything stupid that you can do, men are much more likely than women to do it, to kill themselves. And people laugh, you know, and it's not a joke.
There hasn't always been a life expectancy gap between men and women. What became known as the female advantage emerged around 1890 and continued to grow throughout the 20th century, except for a decline during the 1918 flu pandemic. This change over time suggests to researchers that there could be an environmental component to life expectancy. That means there are some steps we can take to work toward helping men live longer.
Everybody, men as well as women, benefit from a suite of particular behaviors. So, for example, a healthy diet, getting physical activity, not smoking, no to moderate alcohol consumption, maintaining, deep supportive social relationships. These are things that benefit everybody, including men.
What is it about the socialization of men that means that they're not participating in the healthcare system the way they should be to extend their lives?
Public policy measures can also be taken to improve men's health.
So, for example, in Russia, the life expectancy gap between men and women is huge. One of the factors that was isolated was the exceptionally high use of alcohol by Russian men. And there was actually a policy change a few decades ago where they eliminated the sale of vodka before lunchtime, and life expectancy for men went up. That suggests, fairly convincingly, there's something about behavior.
That's bullshit, but the economy went up
are also
too.
modifiable, which I think provides a lot of hope for everybody, however you.
No, they talked about the vodka, and especially in Russian men. Okay, they drink
Yeah,
it to death.
but the thing is, their economy went up
Yeah,
during this period. They're
even now, okay, they still drink
yeah.
themselves to death. Okay, they
Yeah.
might drink less, but they still drink themselves to death.
You identify.
Other policies have proven effective at decreasing mortality among men. Restricting access to guns has shown a decrease in death by suicide.
Bullshit.
Labor policies that increase paid sick leave, provide disability insurance, and establish higher minimum
That's
wages
Robin
show
Williams.
a correlation with a decrease in deaths among all working age adults. Men with lower income or more financial stress are more likely to have chronic medical conditions.
And one of the things
Let me know when you had enough.
encouraging about this is that the nature of work is changing. How people do their work can change.
Oh, press pause real quick.
Targets for.
Okay.
So to pay women more money, they stopped paying men more money. So is that a link? Technically,
There's whole reason. There's a lot of reasons that women want more money for less work. Okay.
yeah.
They want to pay women more money because they have to have children. It's called the child gap. In other words, they have to pay them more money because at some point they're gonna have to stop working. So,
All right.
yeah. So there's a whole bunch of feminist reasons why they actually want to. It always comes out of paying women more money.
Well, that was, partially that was true before the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can stay educated at home because you got an internet. It's gone. It's gone.
Improving the health of the population. Life expectancy statistics are averages. They're probabilistic. They're not deterministic. This isn't fate.
The life expectancy gender gap can have a major impact on retirement. The numbers we've presented so far are the average life expectancy from birth for each gender.
Yeah.
Researchers also
That's why they
look
want
at
to pay
life
women more
expectancy
money.
from age 65 onward. The average 65-year-old woman living in the U.S. can expect to live about another 20 years, whereas men can only expect to live another 17.
If you make it to age 60, 62, 65, you can still expect to live a pretty long time.
Should have saved your money.
especially so for people in the top half of the income distribution, for people who have college degrees. And that means that they can expect, a pretty long lifespan. And I would say it's a particular issue for women because women can expect to live longer, but they've had lower earnings. They've had patchier careers because of caregiving both for children and often for elders.
Yeah.
Not only do American women live longer on average, but they're more likely than men to have no retirement savings. This
See?
could be due to women earning less on average over their lifetime.
Bingo, as Sauchi would say. That's why they
They
want to pay them more.
completely
And so
ignored
now they're
career
the
choices.
victims because they live longer.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
They have to make more money because
They're
they
the
live
victims.
longer. They're the victims. Yes.
Can we just
Yes.
trade jobs? Can we trade jobs?
It's funny that they completely ignore
Let them
career.
terraform?
Because if they did that, they would live a lot less long. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
again,
I'm joking.
we've literally seen in the last decade that their life expectancy has been on decline
Yeah.
as they've been working more. And remember, we're not even talking about them going to trades.
Yeah.
Just white collar.
Yes. It's stress. Yeah. The stress is killing them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Heart
but-
attacks, high blood pressure, all that kind of stuff.
Low estrogen.
Hell, BBLs.
In certain trades, yes.
Times than men do.
Is people are living longer, which implies that we need to spend more time in the workforce. With people having the potential to live longer, this implies that we rethink our life course in terms of the amount of time we spend in the workforce.
And that is another reason that they're promoting this, right? Instead of retiring at 62 to 65, living longer, work to 75. They save more money because they're running out of money as far as retirement is concerned.
I found that very interesting. That video that you had a while back that was talking about like the women in like Sweden or wherever in Eastern Europe area that like they were raised in an egalitarian society, and coincidentally they still chose the same shit they choose in Western society.
That's what they found out. If you have choice, give boys and girls choice, they'll still pick the same jobs.
Yep.
That's what they found out. Unless you force women to actually take jobs that they normally wouldn't take, like in America, they push women into tech and push women into STEM. They don't want to go into that. They push them into it.
They'll use other women to shame them.
Yeah.
I was just about to say all the money that they spend marketing and doing all this other extra stuff.
Right.
All you got to do is look at their college admissions and graduation rates in STEM for females.
Yeah.
That's it. So whenever a woman tries to even argue, that's why I send them. You go look at those stats for the last 50 years.
Yeah.
Then come talk to me.
Yeah.
Nobody's keeping you guys behind. You guys don't want it as a group, and that's fine. Stop lying.
Yeah, because the thing is, if they were equal and they wanted to be equal, all those tech booms came over the last 30 years, right?
Yes.
Where were they as far as investment? Okay, startups, stuff like that.
But my blue pill in me saying they're socialized to be that way. BGS.
I know
They're socialized.
So the black pill in me says, how do you re-socialize them into doing something else, right? How do you change? That's the black pill. How do you change the socialization, right? And don't ask Sauchi. He has other ways.
Like I said, you guys don't want me. You guys don't want me.
No, we do not, Sauchi. No, we do not.
That's why I found it funny that they were talking about that they're basically living in poverty or like a low quality of living, like after retirement age, but they're not talking about the career choices that they chose.
Yeah, in other words, what they're trying to suggest is that because women live longer, you should pay them more than men because they have to have a bigger retirement.
This is why I hate this video. And there's an extra caveat for us trying to get us to live longer so we can pay for them. And it's just like, what the fuck? Pay them more plus get us to live longer so we can continue to pay.
If you live longer and they're married, right, and they're married to you, okay, you can support them longer.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of leaving them by themselves with no retirement. Because men have bigger retirements and more savings, all that kind of stuff. Go ahead, Salty.
I've seen men, right,
Mm-hmm.
whose either made more money or had more financial responsibility than single women making more money, and they had more money in personal savings and investments.
Yeah.
So again, I can go that route and prove that and say no, they just on average make poor decisions.
Yeah.
I can prove it.
Yeah. And because women worry about lifestyle instead of practical stuff.
Yeah, like stop eating all the junk food, all that shit. Why don't you take your ass to the gym? How about that?
Take your ass to the gym, buy a smaller car, pay less rent if it's just you. Okay, live a simpler life.
Exactly.
You don't have to take the fanciest vacation to take vacation. Okay.
How do you stop a consumer from being a consumer?
You
Cut
don't.
off credit.
They still.
You can. I think that was the blue pill coming out
I can't take you nowhere, Salty.
No, I'm sorry, slipped. For you slip.
Go ahead. We got about 2 more minutes.
Course, relative to retirement. And a big obstacle that we see is employment opportunities for older workers.
If you have a much older population, the types of demands that it's going to be making on the marketplace and governments is going to be very different. If you have a much more female population, they're probably going to be different too.
Women are more likely to depend on Social Security benefits than men. 42% of elderly women receiving Social Security depend on it for at least half of their income compared to 37% of men. 15% of female Social Security beneficiaries rely on it for 90% or more of their income. Roughly 15% of the federal budget in fiscal year 2022 went toward funding the Social Security Administration, which amounts to nearly $1.4 trillion. The government estimates that the Social Security reserves will run out by 2037.
Think of Social Security as a pay-as-you-go system. We have more baby boomers retiring than people in the workforce that are paying into the system.
This lack of resources can present a problem for retired women.
But by the time you reach about the age of 40, there are more women in that country usually than there are men. And why does nobody sell anything to older women? Why does nobody design anything for older women? Older women tend to be a pretty powerful group in most Western countries, but there's no political party that targets them.
Because they ain't got no money.
The marketplace doesn't acknowledge that they exist.
All right.
So I have something to say that was off topic, but it does with war.
Go ahead.
All right. My frustration is I have empathy for children, not grown people. Doesn't matter women or men. So if I say they say, oh, they're killing women and kids, I hear kids. I don't hear women, because my thing is, if I say the Nazi socialists, right, and you read what they wrote, the women wrote about if they kill one of our kids, we're going to have 3. So that means you're participating in indoctrinating your kids, and they're the real victims.
Who are the non-combatants in most wars?
No, that's not my point. That's not even my point.
I know, but the thing is, it is
women
and children are non-combatants, right? That's why they group them together, so it doesn't matter.
But what I'm saying is, if you indoctrinate your kids to be fucking white nationalist KKK members, should I really give a fuck? Should I kill the virus where it is, where it comes from, where it stems from? Should I care about their existence?
Okay, what if you're on the losing side?
If I'm on the losing side, they're killing everybody.
No, they're not. No, do you want them to? No, do you want to have them to have the same rule?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, do you?
Yeah, because I get what you're saying.
In other words, if you care about your women and children, right, in case you lose, then you have to care about theirs too. There has to be rules of war.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I be for me, right? I would, as a rebuttal to what we just watched, I would say, well, before we even get into old age, how much money are we spending on healthcare? And let's look at the stats on who's fat and obese and who sucks up more. The majority of the healthcare expenditure 2021, that was $4.3 trillion. Who is it?
I mean, you could, but
Women.
the thing is, capitalism wants people to eat this junk food and the
Ex-
preservatives, all this kind of stuff, right?
yes,
So that's on both ends, and healthcare is actually on the other end. So
yes,
if you really want to stop it, you could.
I- exactly.
But the
Yep.
thing is, at what cost, though?
There you go. Well, we're about to find out.
And we are gonna fuck around and find out. Yeah,
We're gonna find out this decade.
yeah, we will. We will. Yeah,
Yeah.
if not, if we haven't already.
Yes.
But will they stop even if they do find out?
No.
I think for the 30 plus for the most part,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Unless you're gonna do the Chinese model, which people don't want to
Man,
acknowledge.
people. Oh man, I think people was. I don't think people even know what to do with themselves, man.
What's the Chinese model?
You know what the Chinese model is, right? If you get old, if you die, you die, right?
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
People,
they find you 2 weeks or later. Yeah.
when it came to COVID, man, they were burying, they were actually burying people with COVID. They were sick, they were old before they even died. They were putting it in the incinerator. They're still alive.
Damn.
They didn't care. Guy he still had a pulse. No, fuck it. You old, you're gonna die anyway. Boop. They didn't care.
Yep.
But that's the Chinese model.
Mhm.
You're dead weight, okay, to the collective. That's what they see.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you die, you die. They'll help you a little bit. But the thing is, you know what? Guess what? You're old. We're not gonna spend $400,000 to keep you alive. Okay. Go ahead and say goodbye to your loved ones. Okay?
Yes.
We don't. They do
Damn.
things differently than us. No, they don't look at it the same way that we do. That's why demographics don't work the same way in China that it does here. Okay. What about all the old folks? They're gonna let them die in China. They don't care.
Well,
People
in
don't understand communism.
They, or the Chinese. Okay.
Yeah.
They don't understand the Chinese. It's a
Yeah.
collective, right? They
Yeah.
don't. If you get old, and they understand. If we get old, it's our time to die. They don't. I'm not trying to extend your life. If I can, I can. If you die, you die.
Mm-hmm.
If
Well,
you're poor and you're in China, we send you to the out to the countryside, live out your life in poverty. They don't care.
Yeah, you're not productive.
Not productive. That's what
over over here we have palliative care and we have assisted suicide.
Oh
that's
yeah, in
Like
Canada. Yep.
if you're old or if you have a terminal illness.
yeah, that's another way out, right? Instead of spending all that money, you're gonna die anyway in pain.
Yep.
Yeah, that's eventually what's gonna happen here.
Yeah, I brought that up one time. Somebody was complaining about the healthcare system. Here I said, they were comparing it to Canada.
Mhm.
So I brought that up. I said, you do know that there, you can legally just commit suicide, right? You just go to the doctor and you're done, right?
Yeah, you can buy like $10 worth of fentanyl and get that done.
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah, like small amounts of like hard drugs that you don't
No,
have to use.
fentanyl, $10 fentanyl, man. Slap it on your arm. Pshoo, you're gone. You're gone. You're probably gone in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Painless.
Yeah. Yep.
With a good ass high too.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
you could legally do it in front of like nurses, and they'll even hand you syringes and shit like that. Like
No,
it's
you don't
fucked
even
up.
need that. A little patch, right? Put a little patch, put it on your arm, right, with fentanyl. Okay, 5 minutes. You don't even need a needle.
Yep.
You're gone.
Painless.
Yeah, painless. All right. Anyway, y'all, it's getting late. I know you guys got to go.
Yes,
to bed.
sir.
And thank y'all for coming by. I had to vent a little bit.
All good.
Yeah. Hey, he didn't let me back up for a reason when it came to Pearl. So I said, okay. I see you, dude. Okay, I see you.
Yeah, that part pissed me off. I was like, that's bullshit.
They have a narrative that they actually want to get across.
Truth,
That's
yeah,
fine.
truth. I tell it. Yeah, truth. That nigga's a bitch.
I seen it was a hostile environment from the start when like one of the mods was just going at Dr. Thunder the whole time. I'm like, he's like the nicest person.
He is. Yeah. He is, and that's the whole problem. They
Oh,
want to get something across. Go ahead.
oh, that's what I try to explain. So culturally, like I try to use like girls getting in guys' cars after school.
Mhm.
And I'm like, if the kids know, which they do, but they don't say anything until she's found in a trash can,
Yeah.
pregnant, or beat up, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
She's getting a bag, she's getting money, shit is cool.
Yeah.
So how do you train your kid? How do you incentivize them to shame that behavior? That's the thing. How do we get there to
Yeah.
where when people see it, they shame her
Yeah,
and snitch?
all the parents have to do all the same thing at the same time. That's the way you do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
As a whole society. It can't be a parent here, a parent there. It has to be all of them.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to explain. I'm like one person shaming a guy shaming women doesn't work. It has to be
And when the guys find out who car she was in, he disappears.
yes.
That way you won't have
That
people
and
pulling up at the high school anymore.
Yep.
that and you also
Be-
attempt to
Because
and
in Africa, if that happens, that guy will disappear.
Yes. Yes.
So that your little girls and little boys can walk the street safely. But then we can't do that in America.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say attempt because you can't 100% like control the situation, but like me personally, I have a daughter and like I don't have any concerns for the most part
Yeah.
about her being in a scenario like that because I know I'm raising her properly.
I can tell you in Ghana, that shit doesn't happen.
Hey,
Don't
y'all
happen.
holding the old guy up. He needs to go to bed.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in Ghana, that shit doesn't happen because the whole society will make you disappear if that shit happens, okay? And they mean that. Don't get in the motherfucker's car, otherwise you can get this cane, okay? And somebody's gonna spot you out, okay? It can be controlled if you want it to be controlled. Anyway, did I answer your question? What?
Yes, sir.
No, Dardar said I'm gonna answer the question. Okay. What was your question, Dardar? No, go ahead and ask the question, man. I'm here before I go to bed. I didn't see it.
His question is, yeah, that one there.
In other words, the women can't take care of themselves without the government and men. No, they can't. Yeah, they can't. They never could. The whole collective has to do it, man. It's not just one person or one man. It's the whole society. What women have done is actually replace men with the actual society, with the government. That's what happened. He said, "Hang on, I'm typing." Okay. No, not that one. Okay, Dar. All right, man. Come on, man. All right. Anybody else want to have closing thoughts? That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Appreciate you as usual, BGS.
Yeah. He said
See you
it's
on the
higher
next
up.
one.
Salute,
I appreciate
salute.
the stream.
Well, peace, BGS, bro. Thank you, man. You know me, bro. Like I chime in here and there, but I love listening. Thank you, brother.
All right, man. Peace out, man. I just had to get it off my chest, man, before it actually got too
Yeah,
far.
I don't know if you seen my chat, big bro, but man, like, yeah, stop letting them damn strike demons in their pets. Stop letting them strike demons in their pets, man. Suck away your life force, man.
I
Yeah.
thought I was
Man,
out. I thought
because
I was out.
we need you, man. We need you, bro.
I thought I was out, and they pulled me back in.
Yo, they want them if they go at they get rid of BGS, they really want the fucking manosphere to fall. If they go after BGS. Damn.
Yeah, hopefully not, man. Okay, what's up, man? Closing thought, real quick. Straight face.
Drop yours, okay?
Okay, I guess so. All right, y'all. Peace out.
Peace.
Yeah, have a good night, everybody.
Yeah.